It's a very dangerous state to be in. You're inclined to recklessness and kind of tune out the rest of your life and everything that's been important to you. It's actually not all that pleasurable. I don't know who the hell wants to get in a situation where you can't bear an hour without somebody's company, said Colin Firth on Love. Only a person who has been in love would understand what it actually and truly is to be in love. You find peace even in the restlessness. You find excitement even in the recklessness. And you find hope even in the most hopeless situation. And what is a story if it doesn't involve the bizarre and yet the most basic emotion called love? And so, once upon a time. The evening was the most difficult part of the day. Sleeping pills had helped the nights get better, but the days were a problem as well, but at least the neighborhood seemed more alive at those hours. I had, however, found a quaint coffee shop down the road where a cup of coffee bought me some hours of social interaction. Interaction would constitute communication, and I did not really speak to anyone, so I would call it social observation. Yes, that would be the right term. Every day my social observation would coincide with the time a couple had chosen for their romantic meetings. From my observation post far away, I would watch their private life unfold. Some days there was excitement in their body language. On other days, a languid togetherness, and then on some days, just the bliss of love. It would be fair to say that I was fully invested in them. But seasons change, and one day, I found the girl sitting at the table alone. I could tell that she was waiting for her lover to appear, but he never did. I could see her pain, and I could see the tears flow. It saddened me. 3 days on, and the situation remained unchanged. She would wait, cry, and leave heartbroken. Truth be told, my heart was breaking watching her. On the 4th day, I decided to change the observation into a conversation. I walked up to her and asked if I could sit down. She nodded. I told her that I had sat across the room on many evenings and watched her times of love from afar. She had noticed, she said. I asked her if talking to a stranger about her problems would help. She shrugged. I waited. She told me her name was Lily. Her lover was Alex. They had broken up. I sighed. I waited some more. She toyed with the empty cup of coffee in front of her. I offered to buy her one, but she shook her head. I caught him sexting another girl, she finally confided through her tears. Sexting? I had no idea what it was. Sending sexually explicit messages to someone, she educated me. That was no good, I thought, and told her as much. I also wondered what the world was coming to, but that's a different matter. I asked her why she frequented the coffee shop if she had broken up with Alex, in the hope that he realizes his mistake and comes here to apologize. She said her voice was filled with hope. I was appalled that he hadn't felt sorry for the lewd messages, but she corrected my understanding and confessed that he did apologize on various occasions. But since then, he had just stopped. And now there was something in her that did not allow her to call him. She wanted to, but she could not. I understood her predicament instantly. There was a cold silence between them, but the heat of longing still remained. Would you like to hear a story? I asked her. If I must, she responded, rather candidly. I allowed her the impropriety, bearing her current emotional state in mind, and launched into my narrative regardless. Her name was Nora. We fell in love at university. It was love at first sight. I saw her walking in the rain with a polka dot umbrella, shielding her from the downpour. She had a rather morbid dark brown dress on her. The idea of dressing her umbrella better than herself amused me, and I told her as much. She laughed. The most beautiful laugh I've seen. It was a laugh that had to be mine. I could tell that Lily's indifference had changed into complete interest. We were inseparable, like it would kill us if we did not see each other every day. But then, like all seasons, our season of love also changed. We began to quarrel and bicker all the time. Familiarity breeds contempt kind of thing. One day, over a rather silly quarrel, I decided to take another girl out for a date. Just a date, mind you. No sexting of any kind involved. Nora found out and things got worse. I did apologize profusely. And we did want to get back with each other, but things had gotten bitter. We decided to meet at a coffee shop, one like this, to sort things out. Lily was by now living my story like I had been living her story. Did you sort it out? She posed with some urgency. I sighed and continued. We only ended up fighting a bit more and hurling accusations at each other. Then we grew tired of fighting and just kept quiet. We sat in silence for a bit, and finally I told her I had to leave. She stopped me and said, "You know what?" And I said, "What?" She thought for a while and said, "Nothing." And I shrugged and walked away. We did not meet for the next 10 years. "Oh my God!" exclaimed Lily. 10 years later, some friends that we shared did convince us that it was too much water under the bridge and we should meet. I agreed, and so did she. We met at the same coffee shop, the one in which we had parted. She still looked like the girl I fell in love with, and had the same laugh, and it broke my heart. I learned that she was married, had a child. I was with another lady at that time. After a lot of casual banter, I asked her what she wanted to say to me the day we parted, when she stopped me from leaving. She sighed and told me that she wanted to say she loved me and wanted to start all over again. I felt a lump in my throat and asked her why she did not. She asked me why I did not. We both sat quietly, and the tears came with the silence. Tears of regret, of what life could have been. Too many stories have been sacrificed on the altar of the unsaid. Say it. Just say it. Because one day you will want to say it, and the chance could have been lost. You will be just a lonely old woman at a corner table in a coffee shop. The memories made me weep. Lily let her tears down as well. The next day at the coffee shop, I found Lily and Alex together. They were laughing over something, and Lily, she did not even notice me. I did not care. I was happy that she had taken notice of my story. And me, I ordered a lonely cup of